right, so is getting an MBA still worth it? And is it necessary to be successful in business? Look, as salary data suggests, most MBA graduates from the top 50 MBA programs in the United States with a very large return on their investment when compared to peers who have not earned an MBA. However, it is critical to be aware that there is a significant difference in income potential between lower and upper ranked schools. Now, if you believe that having an MBA is a necessary step to reach the next level in the hierarchy, search for local business colleagues with strong ties to your community or industry and talk to them. Ask for the particular advice. One of the major advantage of getting yourself an MBA is the benefit of networking. So take advantage of that. Now, if money is your main priority, and you're not gunning for the most prestigious programs, you must honestly ask yourself if the opportunity and tuition costs are worth the advancement potential when it comes to your professional goals. Now, this comes from somebody who I haven't got my MBA because that wasn't necessary to my quote unquote obsession. So I didn't need that to help my obsession to come to a daily work, a daily job. So once again, the short answer is it's subjective. Okay. When it's not longer worth it to you, obviously you shouldn't even consider it. Now, answering the question, this question, which is again, when is it no longer worth it to you, requires you to assess your own aspirations, what you seek from the MBA experience, as well as your statistical chances in your financial and professional status at this time. There are a lot of different kinds of MBAs out there, from distance learning, where you simply acquire new knowledge, to full-time, full immersion MBAs, where you build relationships, both personal and professional, that can last a lifetime. And the cost of the investment reflects the depth of the experience, if you will. So which of these describes your needs? Basically, this is what you need to understand. Some people seek the MBA because they just want that prestigious acronym next to their name. This is why I said, from my experience, it wasn't making any sense to me. So if that's what you want, the acronym, then of course getting the MBA is totally worth it. Okay, the cost rises, however, when you start looking for brand, and that's where that's when you need to assess how much, say, MBA, HBS is worth, is worth to you, either personally or professionally. Some come to me saying, a lot of time, I go to these parties and they come to me and say, if it's not from one of the 3 top schools, it's not worth it to me to take this break from, my very lucrative career. And that's totally true. They know what they need and when it will be worthy to them. So others will like, a top brand, but mostly they want a full-time MBA and they want it now. So those applications generally need to include both safe and kind of stretch schools in the application package. As an applicant gets older and more professionally recruited, there has to be a point when this honest self-assessment becomes crucial, so crucial. They're starting to move away from the sweet spot, from top MBA programs, and but they're not quite MBA material. Fortunately, many top business schools have developed, 1 year or part-time MBAs for people who fit this description. Those who want the MBA need to, need the brand. They really do need the brand. So that's something that you really want to take into account when it comes to, making sure that you're taking the right decision. But don't need the full immersion aspects of a full-time MBA, So I strongly recommend exploring part-time MBA options if, if this question feels urgent for you. So once again, I come from a background that I really did need, that make my obsession, a daily thing, a daily job. If you asking the question, just to wrap this off, if you asking the question, most likely you don't need it, because people that do need, an MBA, they really need it. They not, they ain't online asking, is it worth it to get it? So to me, it reminds me of, somebody that's either just delaying going to work, or afraid to the point of looking for, what I like to call upper hand. You're trying to look for that little bit of more because you lack confidence. So you say, okay, if I apply for a job, I want to have that competitive advantage. And if that's what you're looking for, I mean, you know the answer in your heart, and you know what the answer is. It starts with a no, with an N, and ends with an O. So that's my point of view. So make sure you do your research, and that's a lot involved into taking this decision. That's a lot of money involved in it as well. So make sure you understand what you really want. That's one of the hardest thing for a man. So just crack with it and understand why. If you really need it, know that you won't be asking the question. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you right back in the next one. See ya.